Anyway, straight out of like a populist textbook. Ridiculous. Number three, energetic base. Each galvanize a passionate, loyal base of supporters, right? I have conservative friends who are Sanders fans. And they're like, he's not a socialist, he's a socialist Democrat. I don't even know what that means. I guess you could be a socialist Democrat. You can be a capitalist Democrat, right? Okay. Here's a problem with socialist Democrat. Socialism is not an economic system. Please, everybody understand this. It's got some great attributes, some great values. Like, it points us in the right direction. You know, we should care about a lot of different people. We should care about the marginalized. But it doesn't give you answers to the main questions. Like, how do you make money? How does a country make money? How does an economic system make money? It has no answers to that. It doesn't talk about that at all. It's all about once you've made the money, what do we do with it, right? You can't have a thriving democracy with socialism, right? Anyway, this is not a tirade on socialism. So, okay, anti-trade deals. They were both critical of trade deals like NAFTA and the TPP, arguing they hurt American workers. Wow, that's straight like not a comparison. They're just the same in that respect, right? Number four, media savvy. Number five, critical of campaign finance. Simple and direct messaging, right? That's, you know, a very populist thing. That's not a bad thing. Economic anxiety focus. They addressed economic anxiety. Sanders focusing on wealth inequality and healthcare costs, and Trump on job losses and immigration, right? So there you have it. Trump is more similar to Bernie Sanders than true conservative Republicans. And what do I mean by true conservative Republicans? So let me show you. ChatGPT's answer to the most classically liberal US president. The classically liberal, that's the kind of the economic philosophical foundation of conservatism, right? That's what I consider to be true conservatism. And there's only four on this list: Thomas Jefferson, Grover Cleveland, and Calvin Coolidge, and then Ronald Reagan. But I don't think Ronald Reagan was really a conservative. Let's talk about Calvin Coolidge, okay? So you'll see why Trump is not a conservative, because if he was, he would be like Calvin Coolidge. Calvin Coolidge was pro-market, pro-free markets, right? Leave the markets alone. Don't intervene. The government should not intervene in the markets. Anti-regulation. So there too, the government should not be involved in businesses, okay? Cut taxes and reduce government spending, right? So make the government small, but cut the taxes so people have more to work with. He opposed government intervention in business and social affairs, okay? And he believed in individualism and personal responsibility. Straight, that's just, you know, John Locke would be like, oh, I'm going to vote for him, right? Calvin Coolidge, I think he would have been considered a really great president if it hadn't been for the Great Depression. I have so much to say about the Great Depression and why it happened, but that's for another video. Suffice to say, my belief is that Calvin Coolidge had nothing to do with the economic boom, and he had nothing to do with the collapse, the Great Depression. What scholars do credit him with, they actually credit him with the economic boom, but I don't think he had anything to do with that. What a lot of people say is that because he created this environment of low taxes, limited government, and pro-business policies, it created this prosperity. But the economy has nothing to do with the stock market. They're two completely different things. What he did do that I really liked was, number one, he really did focus on government efficiency. He actually reduced the national debt. When have you heard a president reduce the national debt? He cut federal spending and reduced the national debt. He believed in small government. On this topic, Elon Musk, he's in charge of the DOGE. I think it's complete bullshit. I don't believe a word they say. I don't believe they're going to reduce government spending at all. I think that Trump will do exactly what he did before, expand the government, expand government debt, issue more treasury bonds, and ultimately, as I said in my previous video, that's going to be his undoing. He restored public trust. After the scandals of Warren Harding's administration, Coolidge restored honesty and integrity to the White House. Right? It's like, have a small government and be a proper government, a public institution that people can actually rely on. And when that happens, people are more open to investing and starting new businesses, starting new ventures, creating relationships and being more involved in the community, right? That's great. That's the dream, right? Number 4, listen to this, you fucking libtards. Calvin Coolidge, the most properly conservative US president, arguably, he supported civil rights for Black Americans and Native Americans, right? Because you guys love Native Americans even more than Black Americans, right? The smaller and more marginalized, you guys like them more. He supported them. He signed the Indian Citizenship Act of 1924, right? Okay. This is what true conservatives do. They keep things free. They keep things balanced. And then the other thing, he kept the U.S. out of war. All you libtards talk about we shouldn't do war and all this stuff, right? Look at who creates all the wars. Yes, Republicans do, but Democrats do the same, if not more. Calvin Coolidge maintained isolationist foreign policies, avoiding military entanglements, all right? So you want the government to stay out of the woman's body, and you want them to stay out of other people's business. You want them to get out of the Middle East. You want them to stop sending weapons abroad. No Democrat will ever do that for you. Only a true conservative. Alas, we don't have any of those anymore. Okay, so anyway, I digress. My point is that Trump is nothing like Calvin Coolidge. He's not a conservative at all. So please, could you are you guys mad? Are you idiots? You guys were so brilliant about calling out all the ridiculousness of the Democratic Party, of Biden and his administration, and all the stupid shit that he was doing. And now you've just signed up for, you have aligned yourself with the idiocy that is about to come in the next 4 years. Trump is not a true Republican in the American sense or in the philosophical sense. He's not he's not a conservative. He's a man of the people, not of laws. He's not going to uphold the principles of our founding fathers. He's not an American. He's not a conservative. Stop supporting that. Or just admit, you're just like all the other traditional media outlets out there. You're basically Fox News 2.0. You're there to support and enrich yourselves by aligning yourself with the guy who's in power. So really what it is, you don't care about truth. You don't care about justice. You care about your wealth and your power. Just admit it. I will accept that. I'm a businessman. I'd be like, okay, cool. I don't agree with the way you're going about it, but okay, you're a business and you're just trying to make money. Okay, fine. Once you admit that, we can deal with that, right? Because we can say, if my dream, my fantasy comes true and some conservative, truly conservative president comes along and they create true separation of the economy and the state and say that the media cannot get involved in politics, there can be no lobbying by businesses. If they really create that wall and allow free markets to be free markets, but also fully accountable for their actions, and you limit the government so they can't do anything, this is stuff you would agree with on a different day, by the way. If a president came along and did that, you would not be able to make money anymore. You understand that? The true conservative principles of the economy, if we enacted that, the way you're behaving now, you wouldn't be able to make money anymore. Think about that, okay? I still want to believe that you guys are the good guys, that you actually do care about truth and justice, and that somewhere in your heart of hearts you're still a conservative. Act like it. Like, understand this. Trump is not our guy. It's not what we want. Okay? Yeah, that's it.